going on, everybody? Welcome to the weekly comic wrap-up, the show where we go through the FOC picks of the week. Then we bring you the market report looking at sales of comics that took place throughout the week. And then we bring it home with some hot topics. Yeah, that's the show. We are on episode 126, man. Time is flying, dude. 126. I wasn't here last week. No, it was Easter, and today is actually, well, my Greek friends are celebrating Easter, so happy Easter to them, my Orthodox friends. Chia, Lefteros, I can name so many of you in our chat. I know you're all enjoying the lamb right now. I'm not, and that's a problem. I didn't get an invite, but it's okay. Although they're celebrating Easter, I named two guys. They're still working, man. They don't stop. We need to put them to, like, we got to calm them down a little bit, man. Just enjoy life, man. But yeah, what a week it's been, man. Guys, there's so much to talk about. The hot topics, well, I mean, it's gonna get spicy, that's for sure. But before we get into the show, we got to shout out Comic Legion, who is going to be having their new comic book day claim sale tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. They go live every Monday night to bring you the new comic book day books of the week. And in case you missed out on any books, man, you didn't pre-order your books, or you just want to not pre-order at all and you just want to swing by on a new comic book day, feel free to do so every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Check out comiclegion.ca. You can pre-order your books, of course, and the best part about pre-ordering your books, well, you also have, points that come back your way, etc. But we'll talk about the FOC stuff in a minute. But for tomorrow, it's hosted by Lefteros and Chia. Shout out to Chris, who's doing all the heavy lifting in the back. Guys, I went to the Comic Legion headquarters, as they like to call it, and let me tell you, it is madness. I don't know a single shop that orders up the way these guys do. It's concerning. It was wild to walk through all of the books that they have. But shout out to them, and whatever they're doing is working, and it's crazy. But yeah, check it out, man. 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night. And guys, a supporter of the channel, man, HANNA Auctions. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, to do so, it's Auctions.ca. They've got sports and trading cards, tons of collectibles over on the website, toys, comics galore. And I hate the fact that I now, tell you guys about this website every single week, because, man, there are so many books that I see over on that website. There's an auction going live now that's going to have a lot of crazy key books. And let me tell you, again, I'm keeping an eye out. I keep bidding, man, but I keep getting outbid. I feel like somebody there knows I'm bidding, and they're like, no, we can't make him win. I don't know. Something's going on. But yeah, no, there's a lot of great books. So make sure to check it out. It's auctions.ca, and it goes beyond just the collectible stuff. You can find tons of stuff, man. They're auctioning off restaurant equipment, vehicles, machinery, anything. Like literally everything can be found over on the website. So again, auctions.ca, go check it out. And our boy Steve is back. That's right, man. Steve is going to be swinging by. He's up to some things over on his end. It's so cool to see how he's branching out. And we're going to catch up with him, see how things are going on his end. And I told you guys, the hot topics are going to get crazy, man. I don't know if you saw this, but yeah, blind bags no more. We're moving forward now. We got blind boxes, and we'll talk about that later on tonight. But I think the hot topic everybody's really excited to discuss and dive into is the Quintana mania. My, oh my, guys. Things got absolutely crazy over on Whatnot. The exclusive, we'll dive into all of it as we get into the hot topics. A lot of people upset within the community, man, and we're gonna jump through a lot of those comments, a lot of the craziness that took place over the weekend. And I won't give my my thoughts yet, but we're in for a treat. So definitely. And when I say we're in for a treat, I mean, who better to have such a discussion with than our brother right here, Cliff. Cliff, how's it going?
I can't wait till we get to it. I'm so excited. You know, I'm gonna all my favorite words, I'm gonna save them for then. To save it for then.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of ones. I almost put my equipment on, and I said, no, let's save it for when we get to the story, so I could savor every moment.
Oh man, you know it's crazy because I saw almost literally everybody coming out, man, to talk about what was going on, and like, dude, I'd be going through comments and like I said, literally everybody we know had something to say about this, and it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy, and we'll talk about that. But before we do, let's catch up with you because it's been a minute since I've got to hang out with you on a stream. And you were up in Canada, man, just last
I
week.
did for Easter. It was lovely.
Yeah, you spent time with the family. You came up to visit.
I did. We had, oh my gosh, it was great. We had so my uncle's wife made my granny's butter tarts. My cousin, one not there's a cousin I stayed with and her sister. Her sister made my granny's cherry delight. All right. Now I don't know. Is cherry delight like a regular thing for you in Canada? Is it like a known thing for you, or is this just for my super white ass family? I need to know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not too familiar on my side of things. We're
Okay,
Italian,
but yeah,
man.
you have an Italian background. So let me tell you about cherry delight. All right. Cherry delight, you make a graham cracker crust. Okay. And then you beat together dream whip and cream cheese. Okay. And
Okay.
you layer that out. Right. And then you get your 2 cans of canned cherries and you just layer that out. Right. And you
Yeah.
just put it in the fridge and just let it cool and rest. And then you just serve it up icebox cream style. And let me tell you, it was extra rich this time because my cousin could not find Dream Whip in the supermarket. So she brought heavy whipping cream. So we did heavy whipping cream, sugar, and cream cheese for our cherry delight.
Hmm.
And it was like how a simple treat can just knock your freaking socks off. Knocked my socks off. I just loved it. And of course, butter tarts are a staple of Canada. So there's something to be said about that.
Well, I mean, here, let me check what the butter tarts are because personally, I have no. Oh yeah, dude, these are always served at like.
Everything. They're served at everything in Canada.
Yeah,
Funeral,
like
there they are. Wedding, there they are. Quinceañera, they're there too.
Yeah, dude. I see these at Sugar Shacks, etc. Tons of places, and yeah, no, but it's not a thing that I go crazy for, to be honest with you.
Well, no, because you're not that kind of Canadian, and I discovered
Yeah.
that by listening to your radio station while driving up to Canada with my mother. And the closer we got to Montreal, the closer that everyone on the radio sounded like you.
I
And
know.
that was the English radio.
So we had this discussion, man, and like, you know, I'll go on streams. I'm live over on Cover Price, and I'll be live, obviously, here. And people will tell me, like, hey, you do have like a French Canadian accent. I'm like, what the hell does that mean, though? And then I'll have others tell me, yeah, dude, you sound like super Italian. I'm like, really? Like, I
Yes,
don't hear
yes,
it.
you do.
I don't hear it.
No, dude, we could go to Jersey. I could take you to Jersey Shore. You would blend right in, no problem. You and your boy Flexo, and which was hilarious. Watching you two at Terrificon argue about who has an accent was hilarious because I was sitting there.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm like, I would take both of you to Jersey Shore. You'd blend right in. This is hilarious. And then I realized Canadians can hear each other's accents, like Americans can hear each other's accents, right? And that's just what I wrote it off to after all this, because I was sitting there analyzing every accent, and it was just really funny because like my family members all sound really similar, you know.
Yeah.
You obviously could tell who spent more time, working in the corporate world and who spent more time traveling and reading, but everybody still sounds rather similar, you know?
It's weird, like I said, because personally I don't hear it. But chat, I mean, you've all hit me up at some point to let me know what I sound like, and I appreciate it. But I don't hear it, so I thanks for the reminder. I'll leave it at that.
I think it's fun. Look, what do I even sound like tonight? Kirsty freaking Alley? I mean, come on.
Well, you sound raspy, man. Were you screaming? What was going on? You lost.
No, I got a cold while I was in Canada.
Ah, there you go.
Yo, who told your country to keep winter going when I show up for Easter? I show up for spring, for brownies, for Easter eggs, for I showed up for brightness, and y'all came at me with 2 degrees Celsius weather, snowfall.
Yep.
Yeah, Puerto Rico tried to kill me with insect bites and sunlight, and then your country tries to kill me by freezing me.
It's funny because like you left and then we're getting like 14 degrees Celsius. So now we're in the like we're
Yeah,
well into
no,
the
you're doing great. It's all I know. I no, every country's trying to kill me. I see that.
That's probably what it is. But let's get into the thing that kills our wallets, guys. It's time for, of course, FOC chat. I see every single one of you. Love you guys, man. Thank you so much for coming to rock with us. But we're gonna dive into the FOC selections of the week. Cliff, are you ready?
I am ready.
There's an extra rasp. I love it. Let's go. So funny, man. Yes, guys, it's the FOC selections of the week. Now, before we dive into them, we want to make sure you guys are covered. North America, we got you covered in its entirety because in the United States, well, guys, we've got Comic Nation. If you guys want to order any of the books we're talking about, go check out comicnation.us. They give you 15% off of the cover price every single week, but get an additional 5% off by using discount code Black Crown. Canada, well, that's the other part of North America that I need to address. Comic Legion obviously has you covered as well. You go check out comiclegion.ca. They give you 20% off every single week. So you don't need to enter any discount code, but if it's your first order, you can get an additional 5% off by using discount code ENLIST. So go check them out. Order the books that you like that we talk about. So to kick it off, we've got Captain America issue 11. Now, this is the main cover here. As you can see, there's an introduction of Red Hulk's Hulk Strike Team that we're going to see here. Zdarsky on this run is crushing it. Everybody's loving Captain America. And, you know, one of the things we talk about almost every single time we see this book on FOC is when it comes to Marvel, a lot of people seem a little disgruntled. Like the stories are just not so good. You got Captain America, which is probably one of the favorites right now. Then you've got Infernal Hulk. I will say personally, I'm actually enjoying for some reason. Maybe I'm the oddball. Amazing Spider-Man's not been so bad. The Death Spiral stuff is great. I'm liking where this is going. Now we're going to be getting an introduction to Peter Parker's cousin, it seems. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, of the Marvel stuff, clearly, I think this is one of the front runners. I'll show you guys.
It should be.
Yeah.
Anyone who's paying attention, Captain America's title and Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon are both bringing us to the next major Marvel event.
Yep.
So if there's two books that you need to keep your eyes on, those are two of the books to keep your eyes on. This one and that Wolverine one, because they're going somewhere. I wish I'm not sure if Hulk is playing into it. Hulk is just a great book all by itself. So
yeah. No, exactly. But there is a different cover that's on FOC. I'll show you guys in a minute. We'll get through this list by Lefteros, and I encourage you all, definitely go support Lefteros, show some love. He drops his picks over on Instagram, but I want to show you guys a little something else after, okay? When we get to the end of this, stick around. But there's another foreshadowing cover that is available for Captain America 11 that I really think people need to be on. Yes, Null is amazing, dude. Issue 3 was wild good, and I'm on board with Null. I can't wait to read issue 4, and of course, I pre-order issue number 5. But Captain America issue 11 is one to definitely keep an eye out for, and check out the foreshadowing variant, man. I think that's a great one to have on your list. Star Wars Shadow of Maul issue number 3. Here we've got the main cover. I read issue 1, haven't read issue 2 yet, but it's sitting right next to me. Main cover right here, possible first appearance of Iko Dio Daki and Devon Izara. Wow, what names, man. This is actually the prequel to not the upcoming Disney Plus Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord show. That is no longer a upcoming show. It debuted. And Rotten Tomatoes, bro, gave it that 100%, and it piqued my curiosity. I was like, 100%, what's going on? I saw the trailer. Looked amazing. I went to watch it, dude. The first 2 episodes are absolutely amazing. Maul is so badass. Don't get me wrong. There's things happening within the Star Wars stuff that I'm not entirely familiar with. I might, have references just go right over my head because I'm not deeply invested into it, but the show itself was very enjoyable. I really liked it. I'm on board. Dude, we're getting spoiled right now between Invincible, you've got this, you got Daredevil Born Again. There is so much going on at once, man. Oh my god. But it was really good. Really, really good. Show's great. I read issue 1, loved it. Can't wait to read issue 2. And yeah, man, I think this is definitely one to grab.
I wish I was better prepared. I don't. I'm not a fan of Star Wars comics. I enjoy the shows and the movies. So, like, whenever I see a Star Wars comic, I'm like, yeah.
If I could encourage you in any way, not because I'm trying to push this on you, but maybe give the show.
Oh, I'm gonna watch the show. I'm on a Disney Plus break at the moment. Because I can't afford anything, people. I can't afford anything. I spent my entire weekend feeling less than the gloriousness that is Cliff. I was feeling suboptimal glorious Cliff, and so part of making things work is doing the juggle, and occasionally I have a friend who has a link.
Yes, those links
but
always
those friends and those links, they come, they go.
I'm not gonna lie, the subscriptions are getting very expensive. There's always a way around it, though. IPTV. But yeah, definitely strongly encourage it, guys. I watched it. I want to say midweek last week, around I think it was Thursday, and I was already looking forward to episode 3, man. So loving it, and you're getting first appearances here within the run, so definitely worthy of a pickup. I think people are going to flock back to these as they start to watch the show and really enjoy themselves. Moving on, though, Assorted Crisis Events issue number 1. This is the cover A. Now, we all know what this story is about. In case you missed out on it, well, you have an opportunity again for the 5th time, because we're getting the 5th printing, to pick this up and give it a read in case you have not. But time is broken in mixing eras and realities into a chaotic anthology of surreal interconnected crisis events. I loved the read, bro. Like, this first issue was so good, but it's crazy. This is going to a 5th print. Congratulations to Image and everybody involved on this one, because a 5th printing is rather impressive.
And again, Dennis Camp rocking it.
Yeah.
Even though he's got his detractors out there. Good for him. Keep it going, baby.
I feel like he's grinding like crazy right now.
And it's a powerful grind.
It is.
He's got the mortal and the pesser, and he's turning those peppercorns into a pepper paste. I love it.
There you go. I like that. I like that a lot. But yes, Assorted Crisis Events number 1 is now going to a 5th printing. So again, congratulations to everybody involved on this title. One of my favorite covers that dropped this year. I had it up there for one of the covers of 2026 that I would put as a candidate. Nectar number 1. This one here is the one by Jonathan Wayshak. And let me tell you, originally, when this first crossed on the first printing as a ratio, I was like, God, this is stunning. It sucks that a cover as such that was a ratio now kind of like is available to anybody who
only as a foil.
But that's the thing, is yes, they did make it a foil.
And also, there's a clear difference between a cover that was designed to be a foil and one that wasn't, right? Yeah. If it wasn't designed to be a foil, you're going to enjoy the regular more.
Amen.
Just my opinion. Like, this wasn't designed to be a foil, but look at her.
Yummy. Absolutely yummy.
Just remember, it's a prize on my channel. Go see me later.
Is it?
Yes.
Plug that.
I'm doing Black Catwoman giveaway at the end of the month.
I'm totally coming to swing by and get in on that. That's amazing. But yeah, man, Nectar number 1. I see some people here in the chat saying that, Nectar is so good. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it, man. And like I said, I really wanted to get the Wayshak cover. Couldn't get it, but now we have the opportunity, and I think I'm going to capitalize, go with the foil. Even though I'm not the biggest foil collector, I kind of hope this is a spot foil. I just want to see like the butterflies on the foil.
Right. A brilliant move would be to spot foil the butterflies, but what can you do?
Yeah, let's see how this one turns out. But again, it's a little pricey. It's going to be up there. I think it's somewhere close to like an $8 or a $9.99 book. So You're gonna pay for it, but
I was gonna
totally
say
worth.
it'll be $8.99 for me and $12.99 for you is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's really where it stands. You felt that exchange when you came to Canada, right?
Oh my god, it was so magical.
It
You
was
know, I bought.
terrible for me.
Oh my god, do you know what it's like to buy? Do you know what it's like to buy issues of Punisher magazine for $3 Canadian, knowing that you're paying $2.16? It's just such a powerful feeling.
Yeah, dude,
I felt amazing.
I'm actually going to Iceland the first week of May, and I learned that they don't accept like U.S. dollars, Canadian dollars. It's their own currency. It's Icelandic krona, and
Yeah,
I've got a lot of homework to do there because like 500 Canadian gives me like 44,000 kronas in Iceland, and I don't know when I'm gonna get at the cash. Like, how much? 2,000? No, 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 no. Like, I'm gonna be confused. But
right.
anyway, I'll
Wow,
figure it out.
500 Canadian is 3,366 Swedish krona. Dang.
Wild, absolutely wild. But anyways, Nectar number one, totally worthy of a pickup. Moving on though, one of my personal favorite covers that is gonna be available this week, of course, is gonna be DC Sonic the Hedgehog, the Metal Legion number one. This one being the cover D. I love this. This is Minho Kim that did the cover, and there's a lot of great covers, of course, available for this title. My kids are loving this, guys, and I know some of you are probably like, oh, shut up, man. Stop talking about kids or whatever. Dude, let me tell you, this is an awesome way to bond with them. I love it. They love this. They've got comic covers from the DC Sonic crossover that just passed the miniseries lined up in their room. They love it. I'm going to EB Games, GameStops. I'm going to Walmart's. They've got toys now of this, and they sell, dude. Like my kids are on that.
Sonic
Everybody,
DC?
yeah, man. They've got Sonic
Oh,
DC crossover plushies. So all of these characters, man, are out there now. They're really throwing these at the kids, and the kids are loving this.
wow. I want my Green Lantern Shadow, and I want my Flash Sonic and all the things.
Yeah, I love
Is
this.
that Super Knuckles? Am I looking at Super Knuckles?
Hold on, where I'm just gonna. Yeah, Superman Knuckles.
Oh man,
Pretty cool, right?
very.
Yep, I love this, man. But again, out of all the covers available for this one's most definitely my favorite of the bunch. Moving on, Doom Quest number one, guys. Very interesting stuff happening here. Obviously, Lefteros might be a little biased when it comes to this selection, but Doom Quest number one is going to be where Doctor Doom races Reed Richards to rewrite history, sparking a battle across time and space. So I wonder how this is going to play out. Is Marvel again trying to reset certain things, events, characters, etc.? Most likely. Don't forget, we just saw the Ultimate Universe stuff. It's still coming to a close as we speak. Could this lead to
A
other things?
close.
Yeah, a close, exactly.
Right. You know damn well it's not a close because now we're getting Ultimate Reborn.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I feel like they were like, wait a second, we did a limited series. DC is killing us with Absolute. We have to reorchestrate this. You
Yep.
know, but I'm telling you, we're gonna have Richard Parker Spider-Man. Just this time next year, we'll be talking about Richard Parker Spider-Man and Ultimate Wonder Man and all the stuff that's going on over there. And if any of us even still care.
Yeah. Yeah, but for this, I'm definitely curious to see what's going to happen here and how it's going to impact the Marvel universe as a whole within the comics. Again, lots of great covers available. We'll skim through them very quickly afterwards. I want to show you guys all of the covers, but Doom Quest is one solely for the read that I'm looking forward to. Sorry, I skipped one. One that's very important for everybody. I encourage everyone to be on the
I
board.
don't know if it's important for everybody. It's for you and for me.
Probably, yeah, probably. That's I don't know. It feels important to everybody, but you have Absolute Superman issue 19. This one being the cover C, and this one is a Chuma Hill cover. Now, Absolute King Shazam here, as you can see, Teth Adam on the cover. I love this. I think Chuma Hill did an amazing job. First cover appearance of Absolute King Shazam, as you can see right here. A lot of great covers again available, man. Just like that Jeff DeCal cover. Oh my god. I'm going to show you some other ones in just a second, but Absolute Superman, guys, I know we say this almost every time this crosses FOC, But guys, I can't stress it enough. It is such an incredible read. Did you see that last panel? The interior arts alone within this book deserve all of our coins. And that last panel where you see Absolute King Shazam, wow, stunning, dude, stunning. Did you read it?
You know, in order of my love affair, it goes Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Superman.
Yeah. Good. That's a great way to go.
I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
Yeah, it's one title, guys, that I cannot stress enough. You definitely need to get on it. There's a lot of great things happening within the book. It's I don't want to say it's surpassing like Absolute Batman, but it's there for me. I've really been enjoying Absolute Batman, but I find myself getting more and more excited about the Absolute Superman run as it continues to progress, and so much awesomeness within the book. So yes,
Absolute Wonder Woman and Superman continuously impress me.
Yep.
And help grow my love for them. And then there's whatever Absolute Batman is doing.
We all know how Cliff feels about that one, and it's totally fine. But yeah, man, guys, those were the selections by Lefteros. Very quickly, like I told you, I'm going to show you a lot more books. Stick around. But if you want to support Lefteros, go check out the FOC and New Comic Book Day content over on the COVRPRICE website, and of course over on his Instagram. Go if you're not following him already, please do so. If you want to order any of the books and you live in the States, comicnation.us has you covered, and if you're in Canada, comiclegion.ca has you covered. And if you guys want to continue to constantly talk about comics like we do and many other things outside of comics, well, you can join our Discord right there. You can see, just message Lefteros to join the Earth 10063 Discord. And if you know exactly what that is referencing, well, you earn yourself useless points that we will celebrate together regardless. Now, I told you guys I want to show you guys some other covers as well. You know, on the Comic Legion website, there's actually something kind of secret that I want to share with you guys. It's not so secret if you're part of our Discord. Obviously, you would be familiar with this, but we also have Lefteros selections on the website. So at the top, when you put comiclegion.com, just do /collections/Lefteros-selections. He's putting up his picks of the week, and you can see them all here. Lots of great picks by Lefteros, of course, but I want to go through the entire list of the FOC stuff because there's a lot of other interesting books that were not talked about via the slides. Obviously, I was talking about the Absolute Superman covers. The cover A alone is amazing. The Kyle cover here is just so sick. The Chuma Hill one we talked about, but this one, the Haining card cover, cardstock cover. I don't know if you guys caught the Neighborhood Watch. What was it called? It was Neighborhood Watch, right? Hold on, I've got it somewhere here.
Neighborhood Watch.
Yeah, it came out. It came out last week. Haining did the cover A for that, and the artwork was amazing, like really stunning. And now we're seeing Haining do the cover here for Absolute Superman.
Yeah, I see this wing action he's going with. I don't know where my comfort level with that is.
Yeah, but it's really great. I'm really liking Haining's artwork, so just wanted to put that out there for you guys. But going on, we've got this amazing Perillo cover for Adventures of Superman, Book of L, number 8. I like this one too, dude. Did you see this one?
Yes, it's so impressive. And now
Really?
I just lost the screen. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I love it. It's got like that classic, almost like George Reeves era Superman, right? And then all the other things.
Really good cover. Of course, the Magic the Gathering ones continue to drop, and it's going to drop across multiple titles. Guys, get on the Death Spiral stuff. It has been absolutely crazy. Cannot suggest it any stronger than I am right now. Batgirl has some great covers. Autumn Kingdom, sorry, I didn't mean to press that. Batman, I like this, man. So Mirka and Dolfo actually did a crossover cover with Batman and Shadow, with everything going on, of course. Here, let me see if I can get that a little better for you guys. But yeah, dude, I think she did very, very clean work here. I think this is awesome. I pre-ordered this because you know I'm a sucker. And I'm okay to admit that I'm a sucker. But anyway,
it happens.
Yep. Batman Beyond. That's gonna come to a close. Issue number 6. Ben 10, man, is making a return here from Dynamite. A lot of great covers as well. Shout out to Dynamite. I think it's a great idea to bring Ben 10 back into the mix, and within comics. So that'll be a fun time. Ben 10, I would say, is just a bit after our time.
Which is insane because I love Ben 10. All right.
Yeah.
Dwayne McDuffie forever. All right. Go watch the original Ben 10. Lose your mind and love it.
Yeah, good times. Here's the foreshadowing variant that I was telling you guys about for Captain America issue 11. Armageddon assembles this summer, and as Cliff was talking about, it's definitely bringing, building towards the big event that's going to happen this year. And I think this is a cover to keep an eye out for. So I like this, the foreshadowing, really cool. Again, as I said, a lot of the Magic the Gathering we're going to continue to see. Daredevil 1 goes to a second printing. Congratulations to Stephanie Phillips and everybody involved, because it was really a good read. I know everybody was talking to blind bags, not enough people talking about what took place in the book and the debut of Omen, etc. But this corner piece that was available on all the covers at the top there, well, I think all the covers. I know it was on the cover A. But anyways, is now the full cover, and good job. I think that was a smart pick. Like I said, when it comes to the Sonic stuff, a lot of great covers available for myself. This one is still the winner when it comes to Minho Kim. Blanks are always great to have, guys, especially for cons, man. This, I can't stress it enough. When you get a crossover like that, you can have so much fun with any artist you want at a convention. Doom Quest, I'm going with the Garson. I've been collecting a lot of the Garson covers, so no doubt cannot pass on that one for myself. Still a lot of great ones, man. John Romita Jr. hasn't been like really hitting much for me, but this is actually a really nice cover for Doom Quest. And then moving on. Oh yeah, Rose Besh did a nice cover as well. Stagman.
Yeah, look at it. What is that? Nick Klein, where he's on the freaking horse.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, look at everything going on here.
Oh, it's so good. Another amazing cover. Dork issue 2 goes to a third printing, guys. Third printing. Energon Universe special, guys. This one here is going to be basically the free comic book day book that's coming out, but we're paying now for the cover. It's really what it seems like. And yeah, man, I really like this one. This is awesome. We know Mask is going to be involved within the Energon Universe now. So a lot of people excited about that. Estuary goes through issue number 2. We also have Everyone Loves a Jewel Thief.
Well, look at that Flash Gordon too.
Yeah, Flash Gordon covers are great.
There's another one that I think is underrated by a lot of people.
Well, it's at issue 16, and not anyone's really talking about it. Ghost Machine, the official guidebook, issue number 2, like that. Love
them.
Love the throwback. Okay, here. This is a title I'm keeping an eye out for, man. Seems rather interesting, man. It's like a bunch of robots living in the future without like humanity type thing. Then you have like Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
I love this. Love this cover. And the story itself seems rather interesting. I'm going to keep an eye out for this. We all know indie books have been like popping off when it comes to number ones, etc. But I think besides the point, I just want to read what this is going to be about. So I don't know, man. The Abe Lincoln thing has me kind of curious as to, okay, what's going on there. I think Fumara, this cover is not being talked about enough. Fumara killed this cover, dude. It is gorgeous. Love this. So that would be a cover selection for myself. Null issue number 5, as I told you guys, you could see. I don't know if we want to say this is a spoiler, but if you haven't been reading, some things happening here with Null, to think that he would switch to this type of person in order to get things done is rather interesting. A cover favorite of mine is Nogi-san's variant for Magic and Colossus issue number 4. I don't know if you saw this.
It's I am saying this. People need to try harder. Like I just feel like every solo position that Ileana can be in with a damn sword has been done. Like,
oh no, I get what you mean by that. But
yeah, like let's spice it up, folks.
I'm a sucker, so I spent my money. I threw it completely at that cover. Dude, Cosmic Spider-Man on this Magic the Gathering.
Spider-Man.
We don't have
And
enough.
also, like, some of the artists they're using are artists, not comic book artists. They're using Magic the Gathering artists. So I think that that's pretty special.
Yeah, but let me tell you that I feel like there's not enough of the Magic the Gathering, Cosmic Spider-Man covers in general. Hold on,
Yeah.
I just realized it looks a little rather small on the screen for you guys, so I'm just gonna try to make it as big as
There we
possible.
go.
Narco goes to a third printing. Nectar going to a third printing. Crazy second printing for issue number 2. This is crazy. I don't know if you guys saw this Megalith, the Olympus Saga issue number 1. They've got covers of literally every single page within the book. So like
That's so wildly over there, but they're beautiful. It's beautiful work.
yeah, it's just like OA covers, you know what I mean? So like every page from issue number 1, you could technically read it. There's no words on it, but you can see what every page is going to look like. And here we are. You got original art edition 15, so you know, page 15, 16, 17, etc. It keeps going. I've never seen this done before. At least if it has been, I've totally missed out.
I've never seen anything like this.
Me neither. Me neither. But it is a
Like,
thing, man. I wonder if somebody's gonna get crazy enough to collect them all.
I'm sure somebody will.
Yeah, there was a nice Eom cover. I like this one as well for Red Sonja's She-Devil issue, She-Devil with the Sword issue number 1. Scrolling very quickly, Royals goes to a second printing as well. That was a fun read. I'm on board for that one. She-Spawn number 1, guys. Matina cover is just insanely good. Insanely good. A lot of great covers, of course. If I looked fast at this, I thought it was a Jay Lee cover.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Right?
I mean, upon closer inspection, it's really not, but yeah.
But like quick glance, it's really what I thought. Spawn goes to 375. Look at that. Here's one that I'm definitely gonna pick up. Is Spectacular Spider-Man Brand New Day number 1. A lot of great covers, but for me, it's got to be the Pat Gleason. Gleason did an amazing cover. Love that. And I think that's like pretty much it. Not much more on the list that I recall. Of course, we spoke about this one. Stitch, I mean, sure.
Oh, we got some Guy Gardner action. Oh, hey.
Yeah, I saw that. So there you go. Nice cover.
All right.
Yeah,
I gotta say, some nice cover. I can't be the only person who gives a damn about Guy Gardner.
Guys, Shredder has been awesome. Awesome. I can't stress it, man. Really good. And look at this cover, dude. I don't know why I love this one so much, but the Kotian, really nice.
Yeah.
It's been a great read. Transformers, we have a ton of later prints again.
Oh, come on, Transformers. If anyone is killing it right now, Energon and their later printings, amazing.
Yeah, and obviously Ultimate Endgame issue number 4. I don't know, man. It looks like something big is about to happen here, so definitely keeping an eye out for this one. Love me my Ben Reilly. So yeah, I might go for that on the Magic the Gathering. And my God, Vecchio.
Oh, Luciano Vecchio. I love him so much. And my God, what if Rogue was the Sorcerer Supreme? Oh,
tell me this is not a sick cover, man.
It's beautiful.
Vecchio, great job. Love that one. And yeah, man, you know what? I kind of like going through FOC this way, rapidly looking at everything else that was missed out on the list. Zorro number 1, man. This cover D. I have no idea who this character is, but I'm kind of.
I'm like, is it his daughter? Like, what is happening?
I am fully intrigued, man. Totally. But yeah, guys, that was the FOC selections of the weekend. Again, go show some love to Lefteros. The crew over at COVRPRICE also selects over on the website, so make sure to check out the article if you haven't yet. And yeah, I think it's time we talk with our boy Steve, man. Cliff, shall we bring him on?
Bring him to me.
Bring him to you. He's coming, baby. Let's go. Stevie boy.
What's up?
Not much. You?
Oh, it's been a minute.
Bro, I heard you were at my house today and I wasn't home. What the hell?
Yep. I'm not even surprised. Yeah, no, I went to pick up my books from your house.
Yeah, I know. My wife's like, oh my God, I didn't even know Steve was here. You know what I mean? Like I was vacuuming and here he pops in. And yeah, my kids were scared. They got very scared. They were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. They weren't scared at all. They weren't scared at all. But yeah, man, how you been, dude? What's been going on your end?
You know, same old, trying to get my little series on the up and running. So, you know,
Well,
that's where I'm at.
let's talk about that. Guys, if you're not familiar and you're new to the channel, Steve has been introduced to this, hobby. He's been collecting now well over 6 months, I want to say. And he's gone from a new collector to now making content on social media.
That's right.
How's,
It's been
how,
great.
how's that been for you, by the way? I'm gonna highlight it while you talk about it. But how's it been for
Yeah.
you? Because I noticed you also got a bit of heat at one point.
Oh yeah. I did like a promo video. It's just a little picture that I put on, and I got like a few hate comments that I used AI on. It made me laugh. It's a
Yeah.
freaking picture. Leave me alone.
I know, man. Dude, welcome
Yeah.
to this.
Honestly, if people aren't hating, you're not doing something right. So
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, man. So you've been dropping some content over
yeah.
on Instagram, and one that you dropped was actually today. You dropped this
Yeah.
one, and you were talking about Compass now being a weekly segment that you've brought to your Instagram channel, where you're talking about the hobby and maybe guiding new collectors who, like yourself, right? You were new to the
Yeah.
hobby just recently, and you're still
Exactly.
figuring out your way and having those conversations, etc., with other people.
Yeah.
It's really cool, man. How have you gotten feedback from others as well, or?
So far, it's mostly people like you guys that are so far into this that it's like it's all things you guys know. But I guess hopefully one day I'll have somebody tell me, "Hey, you helped me." That's the goal. Even if I help just one person, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
your first one dropped last week, and I didn't get to have a show.
Yeah, I know. That's okay.
I
That's
made
okay.
an appearance. Apparently, you thanked Cliff for
I did.
guiding and leading the way.
I sure did.
You did that, and you
And I
ruined.
appreciate it so much.
No problem, Cliffy Bear.
Yeah. So here you go, man. This was your announcement of the series, and I
Yeah.
got completely wrecked. Was it on this one? No, it wasn't.
No, it was on episode number 1.
It was this one right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Son of my god.
I had to hit you back for that. This is Steve banner. So I've been sitting on that one for a long time.
Completely wrecked me. But yeah, talk about what you're aiming to do now with this. Like, obviously, you wanna like help some people, etc. What
Yeah.
are you doing with this?
Basically, like the way everybody helped me, that I got like Lefteros helped me with this stuff, and then you guys helped me with like read this and read that, and you explained to me what this means and what that means. Like I'm just trying to have like a 1-page go to. You want to learn what everything is? I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah. The Cliffy Bear was questionable. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's okay.
You guys, you want to tell me something? I don't know, but yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, you've received my bear hug. That should be example enough.
So this was a thing,
Yeah.
guys. Yes, he roasted me with this photo, and I want you all
I'm
to
damn
know
proud of it.
there is now a war that is gonna be going on, because I also have some photos. I'm not gonna share it tonight, but
Wow, so he found it. Wow, he did. That is roasting.
that was terrible.
That is the roasting pan.
I dug deep for that one.
It was very very interesting to see, dude. I completely forgot we did that back in the day when we were in a band. I think we jump a fence to get under a bridge for that photo shoot, and
I
somebody
think so.
like I think it was like Dave or something. Somebody like ripped something. I don't remember. Like,
who knows? I think that picture's from like 2011 or something like that. It's a long time ago.
That was a painful. That was some painful thing you did there. That's
okay.
It was painful, everything, but yeah, man, I'm excited about this one, because I want to see, we get to see your perspective, and then see, what people are going to be giving back as criticism. So I know you just dropped this a little earlier today, and you're getting started on your channel. I mean, on your Instagram. So yeah, I want to encourage everybody, if you're not following Steve on Instagram, go check it out. This is Steve Comics. And yeah, man, what else have you been up to, dude? Have you been like reading? Have you been up to?
Yeah. You know,
where
I
are
haven't
we?
started any new series yet because I have so many series that are ongoing now, and I'm finally caught up. So now I'm reading my next issue after next issue. So it's like I'm just dabbling everywhere,
Yeah.
like usual.
Lefteros told me that you let him hear a song. I made him hear another song.
Yeah.
I sent
Which one?
I sent him "Save Me," and
Okay.
when he heard it, he was like, "Why are you hiding this from the world?" I don't know if he was being polite, but he did. I will be honest. A lot of people have been kind of like nudging me, and I kind of want to like give it a go. You know what I mean? But just for fun, nothing crazy. But on the comic side, man,
Yeah.
you swung by because you had to pick something up. Do you have it near you?
I do. Hold on. I don't want to make things full.
He's gonna make it fall.
I'm probably gonna make things full.
Go for it. Show me.
This is the one
There
I
you
won on your giveaway show.
Yes, you did.
It's hard to
Yes,
see.
you did.
It's such a deep foil. It's so shiny. Look at that.
Ooh, very foily.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now
Got this one back.
you won that, and
Yep.
you also you gifted me a comic. Here, let me pull it
I
out.
did.
So you won another book as well
Yeah.
over on the channel, and you said, you know what, dude, you could have it. I guess because I reacted to it, and I shouldn't have.
You did.
'cause- Yeah, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah,
My
the
God.
Ultimate Wolverine. I love this one. It's the Whatnot Silver Foil Edition, and Kevin Eastman doing this cover. You know, Eastman's doing a signing at CGC as well right now. I wouldn't have sent this one anyways. I'm happy to have this, but that wasn't
Yeah.
the only stuff that you got. And what I mean by
Yeah.
that here, I want to show you something very quickly. I want to make sure that people know about this because I want everybody to have an opportunity.
Yeah.
You also took it upon yourself to hit up a certain somebody, our
Yeah.
our boy, Love for Comics, and there's something going on here with that, right?
Exactly. So you have to follow me,
Look at my floating
Black
head.
Crown, Lefteros, and Love for Comics. Tag 3 of your friends, and you get a chance to win this. We're gonna be revealing the winner in 2 weeks on your show. So in 2 weeks, the winner is gonna be revealed, and whoever wins it gets this nice copy.
Notice how they chose a really good magic cover. See how she's actually doing something with this.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a
Sorry,
very
I
good.
love it. I love it.
I had to hide your head there, but yeah, I want to make sure everybody is aware. There's a huge giveaway taking place, as Steve said. You got to follow Love for Comics, myself, Steve, and Lefteros. So make sure to follow all four, and then at the bottom here, you got to tag 3 of your friends in the post. So make sure to check this out. I want to make sure everybody gets in on the opportunity to win this, because Steve himself is the one that's actually donating this and giving this away. And as Cliff said, this is a very nice magic cover. I like this one, so
yeah.
I should have reacted to that one. That's what I should have reacted. But yeah, man. So just wanted to plug a few things, and there you go. Anything else you want to add to this, Steve?
Honestly, just show some love. Follow me on Instagram. Give me your feedback on what I'm doing. If I'm saying something stupid, tell me. I only get better if you tell me if I'm doing something wrong. You know.
And share his story. Share his reels.
Yeah. Show some
know?
love.
We gotta get. Oh my God, it's gonna be a cross-generational new comic book readers. That's what I want to see. Let's get Steve with the youngins and see what happens there. It's like, by the way, now I hope y'all have noticed the effort I have been putting into reaching out to this younger generation. Okay,
I have seen that.
I have put, because all y'all think that I don't communicate with them and I'm not trying to figure out what they're reading, and I'm putting that work in. All right, I'm putting that work in, even though almost nobody wants to see me succeed.
Oh, stop it. One thing I will add emphasis to, Cliff, you're right, man. I have seen you sharing a lot of these younger collectors, man, and they are grinding. You see them on all social media, whether it be TikTok, whether it be Instagram, etc., showing nothing but love for the hobby, man. It's like they have no interest in any of the drama that for some reason majority tend to.
I know.
enjoy.
It just says something about us, doesn't it?
I kind of feel that way. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's the thing, and it's been such a treat to see, man. And definitely think it is a good idea, man. Let these kids enjoy the hobby, man, and just celebrate them the way they celebrate the hobby, because that's what we need. We want comics to continue and continue to do well. I have no neck in the game when it comes to comics, guys. Marvel doesn't pay me, DC doesn't pay me, Dynamite doesn't pay me. Nobody pays me.
Ain't nobody paid me. Okay, my car is abandoned somewhere 25 minutes away. All right, ain't
This is
nobody
facts.
paying me. All right, like I will be the first one. I will be yelling from the mountainside. In fact, I'm the one screaming the most about stop taking my money. Stop just taking my money. All right, I'm offering you my money. You better give me good stuff.
Yep. No, he's not lying. His car is stuck somewhere 25 minutes away. Thank God it's not in Canada, but yeah, that is.
I know. Imagine if this happened to me and my mother while we were in Canada. Forget it.
Yep.
I'd be it. I'd be your new neighbor.
Yeah, but Armin, yes, I agree with you so much. New comics are on fire these days, and it is so awesome to see. Like I said, you see these youngsters. I don't know their
I
ages.
also want to point out the youngsters are buying back issues. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's really look at it.
Absolutely, man. And I want to continue to see that, man. So obviously, seeing what you're doing, for me, it falls into that, to see the passion, the love for something that you've also newly discovered, etc., is always a great treat, man. And continue doing it, dude. I appreciate it.
I mean, I appreciate the love.
There you go. Well, Steve, I think this is the point where you sign off, bro.
Beautifuls. I will see you guys next week if you have me, obviously.
Obviously, the door's always open, bro.
There you go. There you go.
All right. See you, bro.
Okay.
Love you, Steve.
Ciao, man.
Bye.
That's right, baby. Your timeline will be filled with people celebrating comics, hopefully one day. But I mean, the drama is always fun, because let me tell you, the hot topics are going to get a little interesting in just a bit. But before we get to that, Cliff, we have something else. Sure, go ahead, sir.
I just wanted to say the drama is only fun when the drama is at the people who are robbing us blind. All right, that's okay. All this interpersonal drama, my God, people have lives, people have wives, they have children, they have whatever, we have mental health issues. Just leave people alone.
Yeah, well, no comment. Market report. You ready?
Ready.
Oh my God. Take a sip of water. Take a sip of water.
Worth it?
Wasn't
worth it? No.
It was worth it. It was worth it. It's the market report. We're looking at books that's sold on the aftermarket. Now, of course, normally we look at all of the top 10s or whatever platforms, etc. But I keep finding myself among the same two. COVRPRICE, of course, but most importantly, Michael Baker. That's right, our brother, supporter of this channel from episode 1, the Comic Kingpin days as well, because yes, I used to be on another channel back in the day during the pandemic, and we've had some great times. Even there, Michael Baker has always been around, and he's still with us, as you can see, making sure that I know what books are selling on the aftermarket every single day. So shout out to Michael Baker. There's no theme to this. Nothing at all, other than just looking at books that's sold on the aftermarket. This is not a top 10. This is just highlighting cool books that's sold within the week. So let's see what we've got. First book, X-Men the Movie Special Edition. We go back to 2000 with this one, and this special edition is a foil logo, as you can see here. Now, I have this cover, but not the foil. There's 5 CGC 9/8 on the census when it comes to this particular foil one. 21 total when it comes to all grades combined, and a 9.8 sold for only $79. Toys R Us, rest in peace. $79 ain't too shabby.
Did you? Is something up with the slide? Did you mean for the slide to look this milky?
What do you mean milky?
It looks milky, or maybe it's just me.
I don't know. I don't see any milk.
Well, it's got like a milky. It looks milky. That's the only thing I could say. Let me get to YouTube and try to figure out if this. Yeah, no, it looks beautiful on YouTube. Never mind.
Okay, you milky
Yeah.
man. But talk to me about this one.
Well, oh my God, I had some hot topics for this. First of all, 79 is like not bad, right? But also, like, I don't like. Oh my God, I lost all my notes. I was so excited. What did I do to myself?
Don't worry about it. He's focused on the
I
milk.
do worry about it. I was really hung up about this because of my sickness. So I was like, I'm gonna power through. I'm gonna do it. So anyhow, so yeah, like this is not a bad price, but also let's be honest, like very few people are gonna care about this.
I mean, I like it because I enjoyed the X-Men movie when it came out. Obviously, I go back, it does not really stand the test of time, but Hugh Jackman still being
Well,
within
yeah.
the MCU.
I mean, but let's be very clear, all right? If this was not X-Men, nobody would care.
Yeah, that's fair. But I do like it because, again, like I said, Hugh Jackman still within the MCU. Great book to get signed if you come across this in the wild. I picked up a book like this, except it is, of course, the Toys R Us, but it wasn't the foil. So I don't know. I guess there was a different one. Mine's not foil, and I mean, it's just a cool book to have within the collection. I love picking up these ones, especially when these were part of growing up, watching these movies. If you have a chance to come across the actor, get it signed. I like that. But the Toys R Us stuff is also fun to see on the cover because Toys R Us, I know you guys lost it a little while.
Yeah, you guys
back.
still have it. I love when I drive to Canada and I see
Dude,
it.
they've closed. They just closed all of them here in Montreal. There's no more.
No.
Yeah, they did a whole liquidation throughout the entire month of December, and I went and stocked up on vinyls because they started doing band T-shirts. They were doing vinyls. They were doing Blu-rays again. I don't know what happened, but I felt like I walked into like a time machine. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. And I was just throwing money at vinyls, man. And it's sad that Toys R Us doesn't exist anymore, but cool cover just the same. And I think $79 is an absolute joke. I would have thrown my money at this right away, especially knowing now that there's only 5 9/8 on the census. X-Men the movie special edition 9.8 selling at $79. All right.
There's a beauty.
Yeah. The story arc of Tony Stark that resembles me a couple years back. No, I'm just kidding. Iron Man issue 128. We go back to 1979, the very famous Bob Layton cover when it comes to Iron Man. Obviously, the alcoholism story ends on this issue. There's 265 9.8s and a 9.8 sold for $1,500. Highest sale recorded to date for this one. And dude, crazy.
That is a heavy supply. I don't feel like I feel like this 1,500 was exceptional, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a pricey-ish book. I don't feel like it's 1,500 pricey. I would say, this is a good time to. This is a respectable book. This is not a rocket ship, So if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that we went from Toys R Us to alcoholics.
Yep. Let me grab a Xanax. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
What an extreme. But yeah, man, I mean, it's a book that I see sell at all times. Anytime it's available, on claim sales or whatever, like people, I would say out of not the entire Iron Man run, but it's definitely in the top 10 from the Iron Man run. Probably.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Like it's top 5 Iron Man.
Okay.
Like the original Armor Wars is a big deal as well, but like part of Armor, I'm not even gonna get into it. This is a big deal. This book is a big deal. You know, and also this issue gets all the attention, but the whole little saga is a banger. What about Iron Man? Like my God, Iron Man 182. This is 128. How about 182? In the morning, Tony Stark will be sober or dead, right? Like we do not talk about this enough. This is like Tony like starts to acknowledge there's a problem this problem goes on, you know? Just saying.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you, but again, I found this to be a wicked sale. I saw it on the Cover Price website, and it was a daily shaker, highest sale recorded to date for a 9.8, and 1,500 is not cheap. So
No, it's not. But let me tell you, when gas prices are as high as they are, and I just came from your country,
yeah,
when gas prices are this high, this is not an everyday price for that 9.8. This is not an everyday price.
Exactly. But Iron Man 128s in a 9.8 sold for 1,500. Moving on. This kind of took me by surprise because I was looking at recent sales, but Atomic War #1, if we go back to 1952 with this one, atomic explosion cover, as you can see, and the panels as well. Apparently there's like a hanging panel as well within the book, but 67 total on the CGC census. A 4.0 sold for $800. A shout out to Michael Baker. This is the first Baker Shaker for this week, and you know, one of the things that he said, and I think holds up, I think it's probably the case, is that did somebody pick this up based on like where we stand right now within the world?
Probably, because there's nothing like the doomsday clock clicking closer to midnight than, like, you know, let me go pick up a copy of Atomic War.
Yeah.
This book, this is genuine scarcity, right? There are 67 total copies, period.
Yeah.
Not 67 9.8, 67 period, right?
Yeah.
Cold War, nuclear feel, historical relevancy, which you just brought up. This is it, folks. This is true comic book rarity here. You know,
Yeah.
I totally respect it. It's not a foil. It's not a special variant. None of that crap. This.
Yeah, no, we go back to obviously 1952 with this one, and when it comes to just how many of these actually exist, I'm trying to check on the CGC website, but for some reason it's froze on me. But I know that there wasn't a lot in high grades, man. Atomic, hold on. So Atomic War.
Atomic War #1 on Go Collect. Let's see.
Yeah, it's not. It froze on me for the CGC population report. Sorry about that. But yeah,
I'm looking over on Go Collect. There is one 9.2.
Yeah, that was the highest one.
Yeah, 4 9.0s. So yeah, looking mighty interesting.
Yeah, exactly, man. But I'm gonna assume that was the possible reason for the purchase. Obviously, the scarcity, and of course, with everything going on, Atomic War #1 in a CGC 4.0, $800. All right. JD, 61 total. Is that the blue label? Because when I factor as well as like other like qualified, etc., it came out to 67 total. So yeah, let me there you go. So yeah, it is 67. But all right, moving on from this one. Amazing Spider-Man #1. We go back to 1969. This is the Brazilian edition. Maybe you can read this in your mother tongue, baby.
Well, Aranha and Arana, right, are very similar.
Yeah.
But otherwise, two great adventures of our newest hero. Yay! I got the weird glow to go away.
Yeah. Well, we're bringing up a foreign book. You know, I like doing this every now and then. And of course, this one being the Brazilian edition of Amazing Spider-Man #1. There's 45 total on the CGC census. And the highest is actually an 8.5, a 5.5 sold for $4,392. Cover price daily shaker, highest sale recorded to date. And very impressive sale, man. I always say this every time I speak about a foreign book. Sometimes it's a good alternative, right? But I feel like
it's an excellent alternative. If you think about it, if you think about this book that somebody just paid $4K for,
yeah,
is probably more rare than some books people are willing to pay $20,000 for.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting.
You're not wrong, because there's fewer of these in circulation, fewer of these on the census. So yeah, you are right about that. Yeah, it's okay, Ozzy. I saw your comment, but that's it. When you guys check the population reports, always check at the bottom as well and include the other, whether it's qualified, signature series, etc., to get the entire total. But yeah, so I like these. I think these are good alternatives, and I love highlighting them. There's so many great books. What's cool about them is you also see them in different colors, etc. Right? Like obviously the color scheme here is totally different from the actual Amazing Spider-Man 1 that we all know here in North America. But yeah, really cool. Really cool. Amazing Spider-Man #1, the Brazilian edition, 5.5, sold for $4,392. Moving on, we're gonna keep it old school because in 1948, man, we had Sensation Comics 76. Now we spoke about a book, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, being a Canadian edition, and here again with Sensation Comics 76, we have another Canadian edition. When it comes to the Canadian edition, when it comes to this book, there's only 3 total on the CGC census, with the highest one being a 9.0. A 7.0 sold for $590.
Yo, $590 feels like a steal.
Right?
Steal.
Right?
Right? Jeez.
I love this. I love this so much. I don't think you understand the cover. Everything that's going on is pure chaos. You've got like Wonder Woman hanging from the ladder on that plane. And there's like a boxing ring.
Candy is in the freaking audience. Like, like it's all there.
Crazy, right? There's so much going on. And like I said, obviously, when it comes to Sensation Comics 76, you've got the standard edition, but the Canadian edition, there's only 3 total on the census. And seems like it's that like more scarce one to have to.
And I love how it just says printed in Canada. Like that's it.
Yeah, and that's how you can distinguish it, right? You see it's right there on the cover. It almost feels like it's like I forget what the word is. Like when like it's like you can feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
What's the word?
Like it's impression or embossed.
Embossed. There you go. Embossed. Yeah. It looks like it is, but I don't know if that would be the case. But yeah, I would love to see what a 9.0 would go for as well, dude. I think this is really cool. I love seeing these little Canadian editions. Not because I'm Canadian. I just have I guess you could say.
Oh, come on, don't lie. It is part of it is because you're Canadian.
No, man. For myself, it's really just like I really enjoy some of these foreign books. Although for myself, it's not really foreign. But Sensation Comics 76, the Canadian edition, and a CGC 7.0 sold for $590. Moving on. I need to show you guys how Ito is just incredible, man. I love Ito's work. Ghost Pepper #1. This one dropped earlier this year. I believe it was in the month of January with this Top Shelf Group exclusive. It's a spot foil, and I could already see what would be highlighted as the foils, man. Ron Your Mint sold for $200. It was Cover Price Daily Shaker, highest sale recorded to date. Ito has been crushing it, on fire. I know that a lot of people are flocking to Quintana. I think people are overlooking Ito, in my opinion. I love this cover. I love everything Ito's been doing, whether it be Power Ranger stuff, whether it be Vampirella stuff, literally anything. I'm a sucker for Ito.
I think Ito's work is excellent. I want to say that because I also want to say I feel like this is just a hype book, right?
You're talking about,
and we all know I have diametrically opposing thoughts. I think the artwork is gorgeous, right? I just think it's a bit of a hype book, but I do love me a spot foil. Just all these things are true in my mind at once. I'm just sharing. But I would, after seeing this cover, I want a Catwoman cover from him.
Yeah, dude. I want every cover from Ito, to be honest with you. In fact, I think Ito actually just recently did a Boom Studios Direct Reserve for Something Is Killing the Children. It was issue 46, I want to say. And that cover too, man, is, raw copies are doing numbers on the aftermarket. I know it's well above $80, $90. So, I mean, obviously that one being a Boom Studios Reserve, but again, Ghost Pepper here, this exclusive cover. I'm not really big into exclusives, to be honest with you, but this one, Ito just crushed it, and I will throw as many flowers Ito's way as possible. Love it. Ghost Pepper #1, Ron Your Mint, $200. Moving on, guys. J. Scott Campbell, man. I saw a cool video with J. Scott Campbell and Davis Ryder, where Davis Ryder blindly asks J. Scott Campbell to rank his favorite covers he's ever done. And I was very shocked to see where this one ended up on the list, but I know that this is one that's a lot of people's favorites. Amazing Spider-Man 688. Now, this is not the regular cover that you're all familiar with. No, this one is actually the J. Scott Campbell La Mole Mexican edition, and we go back to 2012 for this one. This edition has only 18 9.8s on the CGC census, and a 9.8 just sold for $400. Baker Shaker this week. Again, I know that these La Mole covers, like, dude, they've done it so many times, man. You remember when, what was it, first appearance of Null, that third printing? Everybody was going crazy for that. Dude, it was the hottest thing since sliced bread, apparently, and everybody went nuts. And then the La Mole cover dropped, and that was an alternative, right? For people to get the cover, and people threw money at it. Same thing with this one, CGC 98 for this amazing J. Scott Campbell cover, $400. You can see at the top it says Amazing Spider-Man issue 7. Now this is a reprint. It reprints a different issue, I believe, obviously being Amazing Spider-Man issue 7, but they used this as the cover. So again, if you're a fan of the cover, cool alternative. What do you think of these La Mole covers?
I mean, I think they're cool. I think they're heating up. You know, some of them are really catching up. I mean, and come on, this one's from 2012, so obviously this one's going to be hot because people are far less aware from 2012, right? So I think we're going to see. I think there's a decent amount of Mexican variants that we're going to see popping off. But I mean, honestly, this is one of my top of this list this evening. This is in my top 3 smartest purchases of tonight's list.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, man, sometimes it's just about the cover. And I know that, people like to gatekeep online and be like, oh, you're a cover collector. You don't open your books, whatever. It's cool, bro. If you're into this, man, there's nothing wrong with that. It is a good alternative, because if you want to get yourself the original copy, you are going to be spending way more than $400, because Amazing Spider-Man 688, or I guess we could say Amazing Spider-Man 7's the La Mole Mexican edition, CGC 98 sold for $400. One of my favorite J. Scott Campbell's. It's in the top 10.
And one of his favorites, which I think is great.
I was just shocked to see where it ranked, man. But he did do it blindly, and he did a great job. So definitely check out that video, man. But moving on from this one, guys, Marvel celebrates Stan Lee. I don't know if you guys ever saw this. This goes back to 2019. There was an event held at New Amsterdam Theater, and this is where you could have got one of those. There's 84 CGC 98s on the census. Quite a few, to be honest, when you factor where this was available at. 9.8 sold for $645. Another Baker Shaker this week. Very interesting book. Cool cover. Stan Lee is the GOAT. Sometimes I keep searching every now and then for a Stan Lee signed book. It's not affordable. Sometimes they are, but it's never on the book you want or in the grade you want. You know what I mean? I'm just being extra selective and picky. I don't know.
At a certain point, you're just being extra selective. If it's a good looking book, so what if it's a lower grade? Grab it.
Yeah.
I
should totally. But again, really cool book, man. With Stan Lee at the forefront. There's so many great Stan Lee covers out there, man. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was also those like Stan Lee exclusives that had come out. I think there was like that Inhumans one. Let me see if I could pull it up for you guys. But yeah, there were a lot of cool covers with Stan Lee, but I think this one is extra special given it was difficult to even get, right?
Fairly difficult, but let's be honest, a bunch of nerds went to go see this, so you know darn well that every one of them came with a bag and board when they got there.
Yeah. I think there was even a Nakayama for Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. That one I remember. Let me see if I could pull it up here. I'll show you guys via Go Collect. I know they have it on their website. First, I have to accept my cookies, so sorry about that. But give me a second here. I'll share this with you guys. So I don't know if you guys have seen these before, but these were available as well once upon a time. Here you go. Did you ever see this?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, Nakayama ended up doing this, but there were some Stanley exclusives, man. I've come across these in the wild, man, and I picked these up, but it was a Stanley box edition, and it was the only way to get this, and really, really cool. Like I said, there's a lot of great Stanley covers, but I think he's definitely missed within the comic world, and I love these. I just love these.
Gene Green stands here.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, anyways, Marvel celebrates Stan Lee, CGC 98, $645. Static 45, man. This being the last issue from the run in 1997. There's only 50 CGC 98s out there on the sentence, and a 9.8 just sold for $450. Would you consider that a deal, man? We've been talking about.
Have you ever had to hunt one of these down?
It's impossible, and every time I do see this issue up for grabs, it's quite costly, right? It's well above what you're willing to pay for it.
There are two dudes who have this complete run on the CGC census.
Really?
And CGC acknowledged one of them, and the other is Super Slabs, who I think he got there first, but CGC like misread it, and they gave the credit to the other dude. And I was like, no, Mike, I love you so much. I want you to have the credit. But there's two. So both of them have a complete run of Static, 0 to 45, 1 to 45, whatever, in 9.8s.
Yeah.
In 9.8s.
That's crazy.
Only two.
Nuts.
It's amazing. But yes, thanks to Super Slabs. Go check out Super Slabs Comics. He's got a great collection, folks. He's on Instagram.
But that's amazing.
But yeah, no, it is very amazing. And like, so I remember when I had him on Comics and Coffee once, he was telling me I'm only 198 away from the set, and it wasn't even the last issue. He had the last issue already, and I was like, oh my god, get it.
But yeah, no, it's one of those, especially with the later issues within the run. It's difficult to get, and people laugh at me every time I say this, but you try to find me even when it comes to like, if we got to talk 90s books, like, dude, the later issues of Darkhawk are almost they're hard to find in
Darkhawk, Ghost Rider, Guardians of the Galaxy, with Starhawk and Aletta and Yondu and Major Victory and all them.
I'm very curious to see, like, hopefully it's gonna work for me. If it doesn't, I apologize. But let's say Darkhawk issue 50, CGC, come on, work for me, man. It's not working. Damn it! I don't know why it's not working. But yeah, man, I'm just curious. Like I said, dude, Silver Surfer as well, man. Sentry, you guys are bringing up some great ones here. Conan. But yeah, I put these all together, man, within that group of like those later issues being very difficult to get in those high grades, and just in general, even coming across them. Sure, you might find, let's say, Darkhawk issue 50, but try chasing down some of those later issues, man. Like, there's a lot of harder books to get out there. I remember, dude, my cousin was trying to collect, the last like issues 35 to 50, and like his journey was quite lengthy. It took him quite some time to get like decent grades.
No, it's a whole, like, some of these are a journey. I still don't have Guardians of the Galaxy number 62 from 1995.
Well, there you go. Static issue 45, CGC 9.8, sold for $450. Here is one that blew my mind, guys. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. This is from 2008. It was a mini comic that was included with the game, but only if you ordered it off of the Star Wars shop. Not many people were doing that back in 2008, man, when this dropped. Raw Near Mint sold for $1,110, was a cover price daily shaker. I was shocked to see this not on the Shaker show on Thursday, but here's a huge sale for this mini comic. Now, not many of them out there. Let me tell you that, like, there's no confirmation on how many of these exist out in the world, but I know there's very few. And the video game itself was mind blowing for me at the time when this came out in 2008. And again, I'm nowhere close to being the biggest Star Wars fan, but the character that was brought within this game and what you could have done, for me, it was a whole new world with Star Wars games. And I was like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. Loved it. And this mini comic now that I know this is out there, it kind of takes me back. You know what I mean? And I wish I had the money to scoop one of these.
I'm gonna say don't sweat it. You know, I mean, character popularity is what's carrying this, right? It is like a sleeper rarity, and not knowing the print run or anything. But I bet you a whole bunch of these were kicking around LucasArts at one point. And I feel like this character's time came and went. You know, I remember when this dude was everywhere talking about how much he loved doing this character and how much he loved the lore, and they used him for this and that. They used him. He's been used for so many freaking Star Wars things, you know, and like they never did anything with Starkiller. Like, you know, I kind of feel like it has come, it has gone.
Chad, am I really that extra though? Because like for me, the game was awesome, dude. I really enjoyed it.
No, I don't think you're wrong. I think the game was phenomenal. You know, and people love the game. And what's the guy's name? Sam something. I love Sam.
Yep. The game was amazing. Starkiller. That was the
Starkiller. I said it. Yes.
Yeah, Starkiller. Yeah, you're right. I agree with Leftero. Sorry, I was looking at his comment, but
He is correct. He is correct.
Yeah, Invincible versus that free regular sized comic totally has my attention as well. I know that Comic Legion was actually offering it up, but that is exclusive via Lunar, guys, and there's also a first appearance, man, on that cover. First cover appearance, at least. With the book is just going to be a reprint of Invincible 1. But can't stress it enough, man. It's definitely one to keep an eye out for. I'm curious to see how that's going to play out on the aftermarket. And we shall see. But Star Wars The Force Unleashed, raw near mint, $1,110. Cliff, we're going to your neck of the woods with this one, man. Yes. Batman Superman, World's Finest 35. We've talked about the thirst traps when it comes to Nightwing, etc.
When the heck did it sell for $7.95?
It happened just now.
Just now? Listen, because there was one I've been watching for a few days at $2.49 raw, and nobody's touched it.
Maybe it's the defects. Who knows? But raw near mint, $795 for this one. I mean, Superman is trying to keep the water warm.
Remember, this is the least gay the artist could make this cover. Chris Anka said this was the least gay submission that they took over at DC.
It's pretty gay, but it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I get that he went least gay possible. But
no, I just think it's hilarious because he every time he submitted it, they were like, it's too gay.
I don't know, man. It doesn't seem, well, I mean, it still seems it, but like I said, I don't know if it's because Batman's wearing his mask and nothing else. You know what I mean? It's like something's going on there that they're not talking about.
Insinuated. It is insinuated.
Yeah, it is, but it is a cover that people seek out, man. Like I said, can we say this really kick-started like a lot of these thirst trap?
No, it's Nightwing. Nightwing kick-started it, and I have the issue.
He's going to get it. He's got it on deck. He is ready for that. I love it. Show me.
So this is 2014, October of 2014, Grayson #2, the 1 in 25.
Oh, okay.
It's done by Phil Jimenez. And when I met Phil and I talked to him about this, he said that was the first time ever where he was given permission and instructions to draw Dick Grayson sexualized on the cover.
Awesome.
So as far as I'm concerned, this is the beginning.
I like that you're bringing the history here.
I'm trying. Now, I'm sure there are others, but this is the beginning as far as I'm concerned.
Interesting. Very interesting. But Hey, man, like I said, people are willing to throw money at this. $795.
Listen, if I get $7.95 for my raw one, that is going up for grabs. It's going up for grabs. I got the memories, baby. I got the memories.
Yeah, I would exactly. You said exactly what I was gonna say. I would totally, if I had this, probably be putting this up for sale. I imagine the one that you're seeing at 2 something is probably not in a near mint condition.
Well, no, it says near me. I'm checking right now. I think it may have sold. So let's see. Sold items.
Well, you let us know, but yes, guys, I saw this over on COVRPRICE, and it was a daily shaker. Batman Superman, World's Finest, 35, raw near mint by Chris Anka, $795. Huge sale. That was the market, but now we're gonna get into the juicy stuff. Did you end up finding the sold sales? Did it sell?
Yeah, one sold for $7.95, and that was like
Yesterday.
yeah, April 8th. I didn't even know. But see, Bruce, Kano Nerds, he was hitting me up. He's like, Cliff, how many of these you got? They're selling, sell yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the one I was watching, it looks like the guy took it down.
Well, maybe he saw the sale at $795 and he's about to boost that price.
Maybe. Or maybe that was him all along.
Who knows? You should have scooped it.
Wait, I found it. The one for $249 is still there. World's Finest number 35, Chris Anka sweater weather variant, Fall City Comics, $249. He's got 102 reviews. He's 100% positive.
Yeah.
If y'all need one, go to him.
Yeah, Derek, I actually want to bring this up, man. 130 Point has been a mess since they changed the entire layout of the website. I've not been able to track sales that I know for a fact actually took place, and I don't know what's going on with that. So I use multiple filters to try and pull them through, and it's not working for me for some reason. I've been going back and forth with Baker on confirming sales via 130 Point, and it's been rather difficult. So I don't know.
I am so happy that this is happening to everyone. It makes me feel so good, because when it was only me and I was like, this doesn't make sense. Why do you all acting like I'm crazy? And now it's happening to everybody. And I'm like, welcome to the damn party.
I mean, it's not the best party, but it is what it is. Now, if we're going to party, I can assure you it's going to get crazy in the hot topics. So, Cliff, with that, sir, for the last time tonight, are you ready? Oh my God.
Bitch, I'm ready.
He's ready.
I'm ready.
Let's go. All right, guys, he's ready. It's time for the hot topics. And as I said earlier, there are some interesting things that we're going to talk about. Of course, we move forward from blind bags to blind boxes. Well, I'll give you a little information about that in a second. Of course, the Quintana Mania. We all saw what happened yesterday when it comes to this particular exclusive that, well, the drop didn't really feel like much of a drop. But before we get into that, here's something I want to talk about very quickly. I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to watch Daredevil. I hope you did, guys. I don't feel bad if I'm spoiling it because a lot of time has passed. But there was a scene right there where that window, I mean, obviously Daredevil gets thrown right through that, but the lights, the glass, everything about that, people thought the Watcher was there, and lo and behold, we got confirmation from the director himself that is the Watcher, apparently, saying always watching. That's his post. Really interesting. Would we say that maybe it was a key pivotal point to the MCU and what happens here? Possibly. Now, if you guys haven't watched the episode, I will say a bit of a spoiler. I'll give you guys 5 seconds if you want to dip out. So I'm going 1, I'm going 2, I'm going 3, going 4, going 5. If you chose to stay, this is now on you. It looks like what ends up happening here, you have Bullseye throwing that glass thing that the dude that's always with Fisk, I forgot his name. Anyways, he throws that. Fisk kind of like blocks it or whatever. Long story short, she gets Vanessa gets a piece of that to the temple. and the camera turns back to her where she's like, you know, Wilson, and she's bleeding out, collapses, looks like she's dead. So I guess Vanessa is no longer going to be part of it. Now, what's interesting is, you know, you look at this picture, Uatu, the Watcher. If this is confirmed, is it a pivotal point? Is this a key point within the MCU? We all saw Spider-Man across the universe, the
Yep.
first, and when he lost Vanessa, at that point, the guy literally ripped a hole through the multiverse. Is this what we're seeing? Is
I don't think we're going to see that exact plot line,
no?
but I think it's worth noting that it's a pivotal moment, right? Like the Watcher is watching because like Vanessa's death is always going to be something because Kingpin will always, you know, snap and go too far.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, intentional or not. It seems to me like they confirmed it was intentional. The positioning of the lighting being the eyes and the glass breaking exactly in the shape of the head of the Watcher
Yep.
was just
Come on, it's perfect. It's perfect.
well done, man. I think the MCU dropped probably one of their best episodes ever across all projects that have dropped. Loki was great. I love the Loki. I love a lot of the stuff that has come out of the MCU when it comes to the television stuff. Don't want to get started on Secret Invasion and other projects. I know, guys, it's not all been home runs, but Daredevil, Born
You
Again.
know what kills me? We got this badass superpowered bitch just chilling somewhere.
Yeah, it's crazy,
You
right?
know? I was like, she's got all the powers of I don't know who and Captain Marvel. It's like you have all the powers of Captain Marvel, but you have also all the powers of all these other bad bitches.
Yeah.
And you're just chilling somewhere, you know?
But everything so far when it comes to Daredevil has been so well executed, man. And I think they're dropping some of their best content in quite some time. I can't stress it enough, man. I hope everybody is staying up to date with Daredevil.
And we haven't even gotten to Jessica Jones yet.
Exactly. And I feel like now we're getting to the midpoint of the season, and we're about to ramp up with this obviously taking place with Vanessa. And now you have all chaos ensuing, and it kind of feels like a lot of things that are happening within the real world. There's clearly some pulls there. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but my wife, like I said, I think 2 weeks ago, has no interest in comic book characters, and she is hooked on this, and she's hooked on obviously Punisher. Some of the best stuff. This was probably one of the best episodes ever, and Bullseye, the actor, bro. Oh my god,
I love him, and I loved him on Heart of Freaking Dixie. He has come so far. Go dig up Heart of Dixie and go check him out, and then tell me he hasn't come light years as Bullseye.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, it's
I like how quick you were to agree with me on that. You just went right in.
100%. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Another thing I agree with Alex in the chat saying that Wonder Man was amazing. Not enough people talking about that, and there's a good reason as to why that got a confirmed second season. But yes, Jessica Jones we're going to be seeing. We know on season 3, guys. Last week I didn't get to do a show, but I did catch that there were some set photos that were leaked where we saw Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. It looks like the crew's going to be back. I mean, if they could they didn't really need to salvage Daredevil. I mean, it was really good on the Netflix front, but the Defenders was complete shit. I hated it, and I hope they're going to be able to salvage that and bring these characters, especially Danny Rand, bro. I want them to give him another chance.
I didn't think the Defenders was complete shit. I didn't think it was great.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. I don't think enough people have watched Iron Fist season 2, because Iron Fist season 2 just spends the whole season trying to fix everything. And the only thing that I wish we had gotten that we did not get out of the Defenders was Danny taking Daredevil's death very personal. I would have loved to have seen Danny Rand the Daredevil storyline on screen, even if it was just for one freaking episode. I would have been all about it.
Yeah, same. I think it would have been awesome. I just realized you're still wearing the tiara. Good for you. But yeah,
Oh, because of my. Did you take? You took my title. There's my title. There's my
there it is.
title.
No, I can't take that away. I will
Yes,
never.
I am the queen accuser of market manipulation,
I love it. But yeah, I
and
hope.
I will reign supreme this evening in hot topics.
But I hope everybody is keeping up with everything happening Daredevil. It's been amazing, and yeah, I hope you guys keep watching. Another
Yo,
thing
I
that-
hope you're keeping up with Invincible, and I hope you're keeping up with the boys too, because they are
Yeah.
banging it out.
Yep, there's the boys, Invincible, Maul. There's so much happening, but now we're also going to be getting the Punisher. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer drop. Lefteros, you could unmute if I'm still muted. But the trailer dropped, and boy, oh boy, man, Frank Castle just doing Frank Castle things, man. Kind of felt like we're going to be seeing some of the origin now, related to his wife, the family, etc. as well. It's interesting how this is dropping immediately after Daredevil comes to a close. So obviously you can't
Well,
keep
because we got to get it in before we get to Spider-Man.
exactly, man. And I can't wait for this, man. I really think John Bernthal has like really grown on me as the Punisher, man, and really plays the part so damn well. I know he's notorious for saying, his famous line of "Kid, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, come on, but people love it. People love it.
dude, so good, so good. I watched this trailer and I was like, bro, John Bernthal is Frank Castle, and I want to see as much of him possible within the MCU. And I hope we see more. We're gonna see more within Spider-Man. Makes perfect sense. Everything happening within New York, street level. I keep hearing Vincent D'Onofrio talking about how until Sony figures their shit out with Marvel, obviously there's not really going to be much of a crossover, etc. I'm gonna call bullshit. I really think they're bluffing now. At least I'm gonna hope so.
Well, I would hope so. They they always seem to be having a time,
Yeah.
and then we end up getting something decent.
Yeah, exactly. But if you guys missed out on the trailer, please go and check it out. Can't stress it enough. That trailer was so good. But let's get into the bigger topics for tonight, guys. First things first, we're moving away from blind bags. That's right, guys. I don't know if you saw this. It's still a blind bag. I'm just kidding. But there's an offering of a blind box. So what you get within this for Queen in Black, we're gonna have a True Believers 20 bag display box. So you can order this box. I know it's available for retailers. Now, retailers receive this. I don't know. Maybe you can hit up your shop and be like, "Hey, man, I'd like to get in on this." I believe it's somewhere around the $150 mark for all 20 of them, which is rather good. I mean, it's not really that big of a saving when you factor. I think you're saving something like $10 if you were to do that. But what is pretty cool about this is if you do order this, you get one exclusive variant cover that is only available within the box. So that is going to be the Gleason cover there that you can see to the left-hand side. And just to show you guys exactly what that looks like in its entirety, this is what the Gleason cover is going to be. And, Gleason's notorious for dropping such covers. We all remember that Amazing Spider-Man. I believe it was, issue 55, something like that. When that dropped, people went bananas for that one. And Gleason does some amazing work here with Hela, Queen in Black. I like this cover a lot. So, I mean, the cover alone, sure, you're saving $10, but how many of these are we going to see in rotation?
Listen, I just feel like if you really want to have it, you spend $150, you get in on a lot of blind bag action.
Yes.
And you get your guaranteed Gleason.
Yeah.
I mean, if it really means that much to you, do it.
Yeah, because I'm going to imagine that the Gleason cover is probably going to sell for a premium alone. You know what I mean? So maybe you can, if you just want to take a chance on all of these blind bags, you can maybe order the box, take your chance and sell off the Gleason, make back some coin. I don't know how many of these are going to be out there. So this is news that I've heard throughout the week, and I'm curious to see how many shops are going to go crazy. I imagine a majority of them are going to probably order the box. You know what I mean? At least one.
Yeah, at least one.
You would kind of have to, but I just wanted to put this out there for you guys, let you guys know in case you missed out on the news, and maybe you could hit up your shops if you guys want to maybe score the box in its entirety, see if they can order that up for you. Hopefully they don't get shorted or anything. And I will say, when it comes to the blind bags with the Daredevil one, huge step up for Marvel, man. They hit a complete 180. It was rather impressive. Cardstock, the foils, the bags, the packaging. Shops were telling me that, you know, the packaging was very, very good. Sure, some people still dealt with a few damages here and there, but nowhere close
Far
to what we
fewer.
saw. Yeah, nowhere close to what we saw in the Ultimate Endgame. And I remember scrolling last week through my social medias, man. Even I did a reel of an unbagging. I unbagged five blind bags, and I was scrolling through, man. So many people were dropping their blind bag reveals, and safe to say that the Ultimate Endgame maybe had an impact on how many copies were ordered, but it didn't seem significant. It felt like almost everybody was ripping open some blind bags. Did you get any?
Yeah, I did.
Big
I have a
change.
video on it.
Big
I have
change.
a video on it.
Big change, right?
I got two. Yeah, big change. I got two foils. I got the Quinn bicentennial cover.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do these words. And then I pulled a Rose Besh cover.
I love the Rose Besh. Yeah, the Rose Besh.
Yeah, I pulled the Rose Besh, which was fine, you know.
Yeah. The only thing I wish they would all stop doing, all blind bags, Marvel, everybody, stop putting the fucking cover A in the blind bag.
Please.
It drives me nuts, dude. Like, make it blind bag exclusive, make some chases, make all of that stuff.
I was just saying, look at the boys. The boys is getting a new #1 blind bag. And I think it's $20, and there are 3 covers in there, but none of them are an A cover. Like, they're all new covers for their blind bag.
Yeah, I got I want to say I ordered 8 blind bags. I still have 2 more on the way, and out of the 8, I got 2 cover A's. Everything else was different. Got a 1 in 25, the Lotto, etc. But when the cover A's hit, man, it kind of feels like you got cheated out of your money, man. It's like, what was the point?
I hear that.
Yeah, but speaking,
it is painful. Especially
speaking,
when you're paying $5.99. You're like, why am I getting the A cover?
yeah, exactly. I don't want the A cover. But speaking being cheated, guys, I don't know if you guys all had a chance to see this. Quintana Mania runs wild, and not in a good way, man. You know, Quintana's been on fire. Everybody's been very familiar now with Quintana. If you've been watching the Cover Price Top 10 show, you know, for the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about some of his covers, etc. But something happened yesterday that drove people mad, and rightfully so, in my opinion. There was a drop, of course, for Absolute Batman issue 19. And this was in collaboration with Heavy Mental. That is the, I guess you could say, retailer or seller over on Whatnot that was selling this. And the drop did not go anywhere close to according to plan, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people would agree. If you check out the social medias, dude, people are completely ripping this apart.
Yeah.
What ended up happening? So there were. This is a limited print run, okay? I believe they were saying that the total is like 1,800 covers. Now, Quintana covers, like I said, are going bananas. People definitely love the signature that Quintana does for his covers, and look, I'm really happy for Quintana. This has nothing to do entirely with him, but the drop was very poor. Over on Whatnot, I was seeing people saying that, you know, the cover was available for like $25, and then like it was on the website or something.
Yeah, and 25, then 75, then 150, then it became live auction.
Exactly. So 25 immediately gone. Nobody even saw those, and then it comes back at $75 each for each cover, right? And then after the 150 is what you were talking about, and then it goes to live auction over on Whatnot, where the numbers started getting absolutely crazy, bro. We were seeing some early 4 digits there of 1,000, whatever, and people were getting fucking pissed, and kind of rightfully so, because you're expecting a drop, and then the things change along the way. It's like greed kind of took over. Now,
greed absolutely took over.
oh yeah, at 100%. And now you see people online getting upset now, going and raid some of the posts related to this drop. You could see that South Park taking a shit in that bag. You got trash business practices. Enjoy your last exclusive drop. DC should never let you guys have another exclusive. And then you've got that comment at the bottom saying you're charging $75 for each cover at 1,000 each. Is 150,000 not enough for you guys? You guys dropped.
Also, retailers should not act like scalpers. You promised access, not auctions. You manipulated supply.
Yep.
These were other quotes that I took as well from all the many reels you sent me today about this.
Yes, there's a lot of them. I'll happily share them with you guys, but just to show you very quickly, give you a little more, depth to the story and what ended up happening. Here, let me start with this one. Stop sharing that. Give me 2 seconds, guys. My computer is like being a pain in my ass. So here's Heavy Mental's page on social media, and it's funny because like you could see Collecting with Durs here is following them. He's been very vocal on all of the posts, and I love seeing it. You've got this is the initial join us April 11th for the absolute Batman 19 drop. We'll be live on Whatnot with cover artist Don Quintana for a live signing event. The link is in our bio. Don't miss out. So, like I was saying, you would have those that were accessible at a fixed price, but then after it starts going into auctions. And as you could see, a lot of people come into the comments here and they start getting upset, and it's sad because some people are going after Quintana directly here, saying that Quintana greedy too obviously. They were talking about the deleting of the comments because that was something that happened.
There was, when I saw this, there was a bunch of comics deleted. It was crazy.
Yeah no, it got completely wild. But here, look, we deserve an explanation. Y'all are cooked. Hold on. There's the South Park one that I was showing you guys. Why am I getting the same comments over and over? What's going on? Oh, okay. This is probably why. View hidden comments. So there you go. Trash. Why did you hide the entire comment section? That was Durs. Got kicked out of Whatnot. First off, your mod can suck my dick respectfully. You and your team are just clowns. People are furious. I would highly suggest never working with these hacks again.
Oh, he may be avoiding them like the plague after this.
Yeah, that was absolute bullshit.
No bot protection, apparently. That's a big thing too.
Yeah, so worst time I ever had getting a comic. I'm refreshing your featured page, thinking that's the most logical place to put an immediate banger. Then at 5:04, I finally just type in the search and it pops up, only to let me card it and then deny me because of a price change. So that's what I'm saying, is like people, the price kept changing rather quickly, only to let me hold on. When I try to the new $75 change cart and nothing, because it is now $150. Really? Then on Whatnot app dropping 25 or 50 a few. So that was another thing, is they were dropping them in like small doses and they held back. I think there was only like 50 or something that had sold, from what I gathered through a lot of the comments. I don't know exactly how many, but like I said, if the print run was, let's say 1,800, I'm just putting out a number, I think it was somewhere around there. They dropped a very, very small amount, like I would say not even like 10% of the entire run, and it started to show that greed completely took over, man. Like people were having to bid up, and it was crazy. I couldn't believe people were spending $1,000.
Right, and that's a free market, and that's on them. But this is the problem with the retailer. Are you a retailer or are you a dealer and investor? You can be both, but you cannot be both at the same time. And that is the problem here. They try to be both at the same time. Their greed got the best of them, because this is bullshit. If the book was available at $50, 75, and 150, and you had 3 tiers and you had them available for a whole week, you could have just cut it off and be like, hey, these are going to be 1,000 copies of these are going to be available, and they cut off on Friday. And then Saturday or Sunday night is we're doing live auctions with Quintana on our whatnot. Be sure to join us there. Those are 2 separate activities. But the fact that you're doing full-on super fuckery on the sales of your website and continue that fuckery into your whatnot and then go into auction mode. So now you're just taking any goodwill that you have built with your customers and throwing it straight out the window because you got real greedy real fast. And as somebody said, if you sold through your whole 2,000 copies at $75 a freaking copy, that's $150,000 freaking dollars. That is a tremendous profit, you know?
Yeah.
But no, greed. So, again, whoever spent 1,000, 2,000, whatever, that's on you, man. But like as far as business practice goes, you have a right to make your money, but you don't have a right to abuse your clientele. You have your clientele. You've got people. I know I've seen multiple people from all these. They're never going to work with them again. They're never coming back. People who've made purchases with them in the past, they're never coming back.
Yeah. A lot of people, like I said,
man. Poor Dan De La Torre. I'm having a seizure watching this video. I'm so sorry, Dan. I'm so sorry.
We changed it. Sorry about that. But you can see, like I said, man, you've got even people in our chat right here, man. Ronan Jedi, man, shout out to him. A lot of people were kind of taken back by this, and it was kind of like trash behavior, man. A lot of people were like, what the fuck is going on? Like, they're changing the prices on us. They're dropping us a very small amount. Everybody was expecting, at least a crack at it. And you had over 1,000 something people with the show ready. They were attending. They were ready to throw some money, but not the way things went. That went crazy. The original price was $24.99. They increased it to $74.99. Small drop of about 50 copies on their website. Apparently the $25 ones were their comps. So like, it's just, the more you dig into this, it's kind of like fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And, there's way more, guys. Here, let me see if I can pull this one up for you. Here, I want to show you guys this one here. There's Cliff. So here, insane for a signature.
Running them through auctions if you guys want these.
I said you were with your lover.
No. Yeah, that's it for the drops. That's it for the drops, you guys. No more drops. We did the drops. The last thing we would do, once we run them in auction, like, we're not going to do any drops after that because it just wouldn't be fair that whatever price it goes for, that we go turn around and do drops. So that wouldn't be right. So in the auctions, we're running them through auction.
So I get what he means by that. Like, we're seeing prices now. You could see right here, the sale price was $11.50, right? It would suck for somebody to pay $11.50 and then like, all right, well, we're gonna drop the rest at like $75 or whatever. Like, it's not fair to those who bid on that, I guess, right?
Yep. But at the same time, I'm sorry, I proposed the best plan. There should have been like, yo, the window to purchase these is this window. And when they're sold out, they're sold out. And then we're having the live, and then we're doing the live on whatnot. And that's it.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't, just because it's not illegal doesn't mean it's not immoral.
No, exactly. And I agree with Love for Comics, man. There's nothing illegal about what they did, but it was kind of like, dude, it was
Love for Comics. You really think they're not going to lose their core audience? Because I think this would really fuck up their core audience. I really do. I really do.
No, for sure, dude. Especially with all the hate that it's getting, man. It's left a very bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, man. Here's another video that I had seen, man. Trolls Comics, somebody I love catching his content as well. But here, let me show you very quickly. Just pay attention.
Asking me.
Hold on.
How I felt about the situation. I even got a couple phone calls about some even more info that you guys probably didn't even know about this. If you guys didn't hear the news, Heavy Mental dropped a new Absolute Batman with Dan Quintana. After the huge hit with their last book they did together, why wouldn't you? But here's the thing, the phone call I got, you'll notice that last time that Dan Quintana did a book with Heavy Mental, there was someone else attached to it. And word on the street, that person was supposed to be attached to the next two, this one and a following Dan Quintana Absolute Batman book. But apparently, are you ready? Now, this book could have easily dropped 1,000 copies, even $100 a piece. And these would have all went. This is an amazing book. Okay, Dan Quintana killed it again. Only a few copies were released at retail. Then a few more when the price was bumped up to $75. And then every single one went to auction. And it just kept getting crazier and crazier and crazier. I feel like the comic community is fine with if the majority of them were let go at retail.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. You'll always have somebody, even if you dropped 1,000 of them, that would be so mad that they didn't get a copy and would talk crap about this book anyway. But I have never seen such rage and anger towards a retailer and customers that have bought off him for years and years that said they'll never come back after this. Do you think it's worth it?
So that's pretty much what you were saying, right? About like losing their core audience and stuff like that. It was garbage. And yes, he is talking about Hell Destroyer, man. He in that one. Again, like I said, the Quintana hype is there. People love Quintana, but I think, you know, there's a lot of heat behind the artist, and clearly this was a big drop. Maybe the seller, Heavy Mental, didn't expect it to get this crazy, and you got to think on the fly, right? I was listening to Davis Ryder as well last night over on Brian McClay, and they were talking about this. You know, Davis Ryder, Comic Tom, when they're dropping exclusives, you know, there's always that retention. They'll hold back a couple of issues. Let's say 75 copies. He was saying somewhere around that ballpark, where, you know, maybe a client receives one that's damaged and they can do a replacement or whatever it is, or then send some off for signings, CGC, whatever it is. That's normal. It's totally normal. But there was a big chunk here that was held back, and it's kind of like, hey guys, we did the auction, and like now we're gonna stop this. I feel like the guy got very overwhelmed as well.
That may be the case, but this was such poor execution.
Yeah,
you know. And look, I know that there's all sorts of retailers who do all sorts of things, you know, but like this was big, loud, sloppy, public, hurting Dan Quintana in the process. Like I'm like, this is just not good. You need to do some serious damage control.
Clearly, that is something that definitely needs to take place, man. And as you can see now, the aftermarket, there are some of these sales taking place. It's strange. I think seeing how much money was spent and how this entire thing played out, those people that spent well into the 4 digits, I do question on what's going to happen here. Will we see buyer's remorse? Are we going to see this completely tank? I don't know. Or it can go the opposite direction. People, this will still continue to be the hottest shit. But one thing I can definitely see is that people were very upset with this one. It was a clusterfuck, to say the least.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was, yeah. I listen. There's no excuse for this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I get it, and I know, you can make your money, but no, this is really, really, really sloppy, and you know.
So Ozzy's saying they should refund those wild prices and sell for a reasonable amount, like at the start. Let's be honest.
No, it's too late for that.
Yeah, that's where I was going with this. Is it kind of, dude, that kind of money being thrown your way? I mean, now, especially that you've left such a bitter taste in everyone's mouth, do you think you will get that money back and lose more copies? I don't know. I don't think the heavy mental would go that direction. But
I mean, like, let's be clear, all right? They were limiting supply artificially during a live drop while watching the demand spike, switching to auctions. Okay.
Yeah.
This was absolutely a controlled scarcity situation. I don't want to hear that, right?
Yeah.
And this is not the market. Oh, that's why I chose this title tonight. This was live market manipulation. It was live, you know?
Yeah, and it left again. It was a very bad look. One thing that is for sure, man, and I agree with Dark Fizzle, man. The sale wasn't good for Quintana either, or the comic community.
No. And the first thing they should be doing is defending the creator.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. I would go out and publicly say, hey man, this is on us, this is not on him. Because at the end of the day, guy just shows up for the sale. He's done his cover. He's obviously they've got some kind of agreement for the sale, and you know, whatever coin gets split is amongst them. But I mean, the reputation seems to have taken a hit, and I think it'll be interesting because, you know, tomorrow I go live with the Cover Price Top 10, and you know, God forbid there's going to be a Quintana book. I'm expecting people to come in and probably show some hate, and it sucks because I don't think he should be absorbing all of that. You know what I mean? It's not all on him.
And also, like, here's another thing I want to throw out there. What means more to you, public trust or your one hot book?
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I'm happy to be seeing a lot of these comments because I'm not too familiar with the seller, in all honesty, and I'm not judging in any way.
Listen, I feel real bad. I feel real bad coming on so strong, especially I don't know this person and people clearly like this dude, and I feel bad, but it's so poorly done, right? And this is like a PR nightmare,
Yeah.
all right? And who knows? Maybe he somehow accidentally cornered himself into this, unwittingly cornered himself into this, right?
Yeah.
But still, yeah. If I were him, I would have ChatGPT, Gemini. I'd have all the AIs up and be like, "Yo, I done fucked up real hard. Yo, give me an out plan. Give me a plan on this. Give me a plan of action."
No, exactly, bro. Like this is well said as well. Like he should have said something then. Turning off comments on Instagram instead isn't the play. And I agree with you, man. Look, sometimes the way some people act under pressure, man, can speak some volumes. But at the same time, there's a side of me that kind of feels bad because, like, in a situation as such, how would you react? You know what I mean? I always ask myself that question. Do I think he acted accordingly? Nowhere close, dude. I think it kind of sucked to see this, and clearly, I think we all agree in unison here amongst the community. It was complete shit, and like I said, I feel bad because now his reputation is taking a hit. Quintana's reputation takes a fucking hit, that's for sure, because his name is tied to this, and a lot of fans are upset, dude. I've had people who I know who were even here in the chat at one point saying that, like, example, Clayton Crane, they loved Clayton Crane, had a bad experience at his booth, and fuck Clayton Crane. Mark Bagley has a bad experience, biggest fan, but now fuck him. I never want to collect his shit again. That's what's gonna happen here with the.
I was gonna say, I think Clayton Crane might have a bigger anti fan.
Yeah, no, for sure. But you get what I'm saying. Like you know, you can be a fan of somebody and then have a poor experience. And it's kind of like it's gonna leave a bad taste in your mouth. Look, Starlin, I love Starlin. That experience I had did not change anything. It was actually fun, and I look at that book as a memory of what took place. But
I hope you laugh, but I'm warning you before you meet him. I was like, now be careful.
Yeah. But my experience does not change anything. But it can happen. You know what I mean? And I'm sure there's gonna be people that are gonna turn around and be like, no, I don't want to deal with anything Quintana anymore. Like I'm done with that, or with Heavy Mental, like completely done.
Oh, look, Derek is with me. This is the new playbook for price manipulation. Right on, baby.
Yep. But back to what I was saying. when it comes to the person, dude, have you seen that video that's going viral, man, of that guy that like was aggressively at the doorbell wanting to like get that guy's daughter or something?
Oh my God, no.
So guys in a trench coat and fucking flip-flops, that's already a red flag to me. But
Yeah.
guy's aggressively at the doorbell, and then he like breaks into the house, and the father's there telling him like, dude, he's holding a shovel. He's like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, this is like, I'm warning you, like, get out of here. I don't want to do this, but you're gonna make me do this. One of those situations, right? I always prepare myself mentally for worst case scenario in anything I do in life, man. So maybe Heavy Mental was not prepared for this and just made a bunch of wrong decisions in one night, and it's gonna hurt his reputation. Probably. I see a lot of you in the chat saying that he's a good dude. I don't know him, so I can't say anything, and I would imagine he probably is, but unfortunately, this did happen, and I would say under the pressure and everything, it's gonna leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, and I hope it doesn't impact Quintana, although I do think it might.
It might, but I gotta tell you, this is bad, right? Because because obviously we, the comic community, we don't ever seem to learn our lessons. So I feel we need to reflect and ask ourselves, is the problem the seller, or that our hobby continues to reward these behaviors?
Huh?
Right?
I guess, but we'll see. Like I said, if God forbid there's a Quintana cover on the top 10 tomorrow, let's see how the chat reacts. I
gotta tell you, that Mark Brooks cover with what looks like Batman inside Scarecrow's mouth, that looks dope as all get out. I mean, like,
yeah.
Why are we not talking about that one?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's so funny that Lefteros brings this up. I said it during the FOC portion of the show. Shredder is a phenomenal book. So
yes.
I want to put a little emphasis on that. But back to this, man, it really sucked to see. I like I said, I do feel, because I'm thinking as a retailer, I'm thinking as a seller, and I'm thinking like, okay, maybe the heat was a little too hot for him. He got a little too close to the sun, I guess, and then this was the fallout of all of that. But we'll see how everything unfolds moving forward. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the rest of the stock when it comes to this book. Still, people are spending some money on it, as you could see on the aftermarket, eBay, etc. It's crazy because people are taking print screens of the actual sale, right, that took place on Whatnot, and posting this on eBay. Like, they're selling the book before it's even in hand. It's wild, bro. Wild. It's the wild, wild west out here, bro. It's fucking crazy.
It really is.
Yep. But guys, that was the show. We hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. It was very interesting to see what a lot of you had to say regarding all of this. We got to see both sides, which was really cool, because some of you know the seller and had nothing but great things to say, and then some of you obviously had your opinions on what ended up taking place. I think it's shit. I will say it directly, dude. I think the entire situation sucks. And if I were to ever go into the exclusive route, I could assure you this is a prime example of how I would never want to drop, release, or even handle such a situation at all. So I just hope Quintana is not impacted, because it's very nice to see his work getting the love it's getting. Incredible work, dude. Quintana is a great artist. That absolute cover with Wonder Woman on it.
Yeah.
And the original art sold for like $100,000. I don't know if you saw that.
It's a beauty. It's a beauty.
Yeah, it's definitely a banger. And so, like,
I'm so happy I pressured you for 3 weeks to be in this seat tonight, and it was so worth it. With my cold and everything, I was like, this was perfect, because market manipulation is my favorite. And for once, everyone can see what I was seeing.
Yeah. But I gotta say, I don't know if it's because you're sick. You were rather tame tonight, rather tame, and it was.
Yeah, it was a sickness. That's a shame.
But it was still a delight to have you here, Cliff. Before we go, maybe let everybody know what's going on. You were talking about a giveaway as well at one point in the show with the Catwoman.
Yes. So my members giveaway this month is my Claws Out giveaway is finally happening.
Nice.
All right. So whoever wins first, they choose the Black Cat or the Catwoman. I have several comics that go with both of these. You know, I'm trying to raise as much money for the local food pantry as possible. Also, just check my stuff out. I had a very open and revealing, like, morning solo episode of Comics and Coffee where there was no coffee again. I also just, you know, sick Cliff is greater than Cliff. I love it. Thanks. But anyhow, yeah, go check it out. Of course, if you haven't seen the Tom King interview, my favorite thing that I've done this year. Where's the real Cliff and what have you done with him? Oh, Dan, come back to my channel. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, and my car is dead 25 miles away. And you know, I'm just gonna try and figure my life back out. That's what we're gonna do.
I was just gonna say how you're in the process of raising money for a great cause when in fact we know that you're struggling with your vehicle at the moment, and you are a gem. You're an absolute gem for doing what you do. But yes, go check out Cliff, man. Show him some love. He's got his channel dropping some amazing content, and then over on Izzy's channel on Tuesday nights, you guys.
Oh my God, Tuesday nights, the top trending comics.
Gets
oh
wild.
My God. You know, it's so funny. Like, it's weird to me that I'm part of something that so many people actually watch. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you should talk about this, man, because your interview with Tom King was wonderful.
It is wonderful, man. I'm so proud that we really got him to share. There's so many, I think going into something knowing there's so much the person cannot talk about.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where, you know, the artist gets more creative because they have these, they're in a box that they have to like do what they got to work inside that box.
Yep.
And I thought it was great. So I was like, well, what does in production mean? Because like I think we hear that all the time, but we take it for granted. Like, no, what does that mean? He's like, yeah, it means I'm writing all the scripts. I'm like, okay. It's like then I'm casting all the voices. I'm like, all right, yeah, you know. And
I had
it was a good time.
I had that moment with Will Jack over on COVRPRICE where we were talking about Sweet Death, and you know, I'm trying to dig at it, but like he obviously was refraining, and it was still a really fun time to chat with him. I'm excited to see how
I was gonna say I barely remember a word that was said that evening.
Yeah, I figured you were just hearing sounds and just enjoying the view.
I was just enjoying the view. I was thinking about what he must sound like grunting. It was just a magical time.
You're a sick man, literally. At the moment.
Oh, please, you love it too.
But yes, don't ever change, guys.
No advice, and I didn't get the tattoo because of my diabetes. Yay!
Yeah, you were supposed to get a tattoo, right?
I was supposed to get a tattoo. My A1C has been above 8, and my doctor is like, no, I want it below 8 before you pull any crap like that. And then so in November, I don't know if you guys remember any of this or if I shared it with you. I was suffering from cellulitis. I've always had lymphedema, right? But this was like the first time that my leg started swelling and looking distorted, right? And yes, I'm not on Ozempic, but I am on a GLP-1. In case anybody's see, there you go. So I am on a GLP-1. The leg distortion is gone, right? Thank God. But that was really bad. November to December was like really scary. I went to the doctor like 3, 4, 5 times. She also sent me to a wound specialist, right? Because like, you know, that area of my leg was cracking. Look, Dan knows, Cliff, I have diabetic issues. It's not easy. No, it's not easy. And I really made that pledge like with my heart, and I didn't even make a big deal. And people are like, oh, you're going to get on your back. I'm like, no, I'm just going to get on my shoulder. Like, you know.
I thought you were going tramp stamp. I'm going to be honest.
No, everyone thought I was going tramp stamp because the dude who still hasn't done it had promised to tramp stamp, but I can't promise that much, right? So I was like, I can do a shoulder. And then my doctor's like, no, why are you doing this? Like, your blood sugar's out of control. Like, your healing is going to be horrible. So, and then like when I came back from Puerto Rico and I showed her all the bites I got, guys, you don't even know. So anyhow, she gave me multiple injections for antibiotic and for all the itching I've been going through. Like, if anyone really wants to challenge me on it and say, oh, you know, how could you? I'm like, I will bring out all the medical records. I don't care. I will bring them out. I really want to do it.
I was positive you were creating some kind of excuse via like Chat GPT or something, but no, this is all legitimate, man. And
Oh yeah, no, like I'm not gonna because like if it was a tramp stamp, but this was just a thing on my shoulder, you know. I'm going through andropause, not menopause, andropause.
No, it's menopause. But yeah, no,
I don't have a clit though. So like
yeah, right.
But I mean, if I do, it's awfully huge.
You're sick. Don't ever change. Guys, that was the show. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, chat. Always rocking it. Always bringing the fire, man. I love you guys tremendously. Cliff of Pause is this is the name. This is probably the comment of the night. But yeah, man. Shout out to Ozzy. Love that. Cliff, thank you so much, guys. Like I said, if you're not already subscribed, go show Cliff some love and keep up to date with all of his adventures. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Cover price, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We'll go through the top 10 books of the week. Until then, have yourselves a great day, night, whatever it is, and time that you are watching the show. Love ya. Adios.